Okay, so a couple of things. Obviously, there was a DLC drop for, well, not a drop, a trailer drop for Shadow of the Erd Tree today that I knew about and also forgot about. It was one of those things that, like, I saw it and was like, ooh, sweet, that's launching, there's a trailer coming out tomorrow, and then I was like, and then I just forgot about it, because I was something that I saw the same, like it was announced yesterday, basically. And also, there's a Nintendo Direct that I don't recall seeing any information about, not even on from like Nintendo officially. But that launched today as well, so we're gonna go through the Nintendo Direct, and then we're going to go through the Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree trailer. We'll see what that's about. Um, one thing I thought of is then FromSoft has the ability to do a very funny thing where they just make it so that all of your levels in the base Elden Ring game don't affect Shadow of the Erd Tree at all, and you just basically start again. I don't think they're gonna do that because I got slightly spoiled a little bit on Shadow of the Erd Tree details. Well, some of them due to a Twitter post, which is annoying. I wish people would literally wait 24 hours before posting anything on Twitter about it. Because, like, if I see YouTube videos talking about Shadow of the Erd Tree thoughts and reaction trailer thoughts and reactions, I can avoid clicking on that. But if I'm just scrolling through Twitter and I happen to land on a post that says here's all the details in the Shadow of the Erd Tree trailer. It's a lot harder for me to ignore that because I'm actively scrolling through, or because I'm scrolling through Twitter and it's a big long post that takes up like the entire half of my phone screen. Um I could go in and mute Shadow. I could have gone in and muted Shadow of the Erd Tree, but we're gonna be playing Shadow of the Erd Tree literally the day that it launches. I even have the DLC pre-ordered. By the way, PSA, I tweeted this out earlier. But if you're ordering through Steam, this is really only for those who care about it. If you're ordering through Steam, Shadow of So there are two Shadow of the Erd Trees. There's the regular one right here, which is $39.99. However, there's also, if you scroll down, this premium one. The premium is $10 more, but it includes the base expansion, and it also gives digital art book and soundtrack. And that's only for those that care about that. I personally I'm gonna be honest. I've never listened to the Elden Ring soundtrack outside of just playing the game, but it's still nice to have the art book and all that such. And as you can see, it's already in my Steam library. I actually purchased so when I logged onto Steam, I saw a big page, a big banner advertising Shadow of the Erd Tree pre-order now, or pre-purchase now, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do that, and I clicked on it and it brought me to this page. I'm like, okay, I guess this is just the only page that there is. And then I bought it, and then a little bit later I saw this as hey, since you played Elden Ring, you might like this premium bundle. So I had to and I'm like, oh yeah, the premium bundle that's $10 more for more stuff. Oh, we even get a bonus gesture as well. I didn't realize that. But yeah, also, no, I have not purchased Fires of Rubicon. I've never played an Armored Core game, and I'm a little worried about doing that because Armored Core. I don't know if Armored Core is one of those games is like Final Fantasy where every single one is, you know, its own separate like entry, or if it's one of those games like, I don't know, series like Uncharted, for example, where, or Last of Us, uh or The Last of Us, where like, oh, there's this direct sequel and you have a better understanding of what's going on in the sequel if you play the previous entry. um But yeah, I haven't watched the trailer for either. I haven't watched anything from either of these yet. I have. Um, there's also a Pokemon Direct that's supposed to happen on the 27th, so we're in the news phase for media. I'm also surprised at a June release date for Shadow of the Erdtree. The hell was that? That was very loud. I'm surprised at a June release date for Shadow of the Erdtree. I think it was June 20th when as the release date, but I'm surprised by that. However, I'm also not really that worried about, or I'm also not really like super worried about that because like I've leveled up in Elden Ring off screen to I think I'm over level 400 now. I basically got 60 health, mind, vigor, and strength. Debts I put to 95, int I put to 99. I think I'm 60 faith and arcane as well. The reason for that is because I was testing my attacks out on the foot soldiers in the Altus Plateau, which are, remember, those are like mid-game enemies. And a single attack from Moonveil could not one-shot a foot soldier on Altus Plateau until I got to basically 95 debts and 99 intelligence in New Game Plus. And it also having 60 strength helps a little bit, but with my damage. But overall, it's mostly just there to be like, hey, I can wield every weapon without two-handing it, or I can wield everything without two-handing it at this point. I totally could go to 99 debts and intelligence, and if I really, really, really wanted to, I could easily grind out, because like I've streamed a few grinding sessions of Elden Ring. I can easily grind out to probably even Matt's level before the DLC releases in 4 months. I would just have to basically grind up and, for a couple hours every day. But I don't want to like totally trivialize the DLC, especially because like one of the DLC like from the unfortunate Twitter post I saw earlier, one of the features of the DLC is basically a fight that's as hard at another fight that's supposed to be as hard as Millennia, which honestly wasn't that bad in my opinion. Obviously it might be harder. Obviously it's probably going to be a lot harder now, especially when you consider like one of the big tools we used against Millennia was using Scarlet Rot to essentially negate her healing. And apparently those Dragon Communion spells have been nerfed into the ground, especially Exig's Decay. So that makes it really annoying. So that's really annoying. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started with the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. I know I'm talking up Shadow of the Erdtree. That's because I don't know anything about this Nintendo Direct, and we played Elden Ring through, and there's only one boss that we did not defeat, and it was a boss at least at some point, and it was a boss that I found out exists later. And it's the Volcano Manor Crucible Knight. After you kill Rykard, you can kill Tanith, and that will cause her Crucible Knight to invade, and that's how you get, I believe it's the Breath Crucible incantation. But that's the only one we didn't kill, and we've killed so many Crucible Knights. It's kind of like, do I really want to go through the effort of killing that one? Obviously, I do want to, just so at the very least I have all the incantations. But it's one of those things of do I want to start a new character entirely and basically play through the entire game again? To do that and get to New Game Plus and then go all the way up to and then get to the level that we're currently at again. No, I'm not doing that, and I don't have time to do that. Anyway, Nintendo Direct, let's go. I will full screen.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. In this presentation, we'll be focusing on Nintendo Switch games launching in the first half of 2024 from our publishing and development partners. Okay, let's get into some headlines.
Ready to mute my
Strive to survive.
Grounded.
Get ready to embark
I
on
don't
an
know if
enormous
Grounded's gonna
adventure
work
of
that
pint-sized
well
proportions. After being shrunken down at the hands of an evil corporation, you must explore a vast, immersive world right in your own backyard. Assemble your crew and work together in online cross-platform co-op with up to 3 friends, or take on the adventure solo. Gather resources to build your base and craft weapons, armor, and tools to improve your chances of survival.
Obviously,
Use the tools you craft to forage plant life. But watch out.
I'm surprised
you aren't alone out there.
I'm surprised they're able to put this on the Switch,
to uncover the mysteries of the backyard. Or build, share, and play your own creations in Playgrounds mode. Do you have what it takes to make it big in this minuscule world and fend off its creepy, crawly inhabitants? Go big or never go home when Grounded launches on the Nintendo Switch system April 16th.
So I'm surprised. I'm just gonna pause this. I'm surprised they're able to put Grounded on the Switch, because Grounded has a lot of graphical requirements, heavy graphical requirements. So I honestly don't think Grounded's gonna do well on the Switch. I think it's gonna run like crap, like 15 FPS maybe. Anyway, continuing with this.
Tale of destruction and renewal unfolds in this return to the Ender Lilies world. This once flourishing country sits atop a wealth of buried magic. Homunculi, artificial life forms created as the country flourished, were meant to bring about a brighter future.
Ender Magnolia bloom in the mist.
As Lilac, you'll reluctantly bond with and journey alongside a homunculus who played a pivotal role in the country's demise. When the magic buried beneath the surface became corrupted, the citizens fled upward to escape its reach. But those who lacked power and wealth remained abandoned below. Along your journey, you'll battle rampaging homunculi. Upon liberating them, the creations will join you on your adventure, becoming your companions and lending their aid. What awaits Lilac and the homunculi at the end of their journey? Find out when Ender Magnolia, Bloom in the Mist launches on Nintendo Switch this year. It's your adventure, your way, in these Nintendo Switch games.
So I'm not, I've never heard
Explore
of that.
an interconnected world of puzzles in this charming adventure. Slide across rows and columns on a sprawling gameplay grid where everything moves when you move. Solve puzzles by venturing out into the wilderness, helping out the townsfolk, and taking down monsters in handcrafted dungeons. What awaits you on this curious journey of self-discovery? The world is yours to solve in A Ranger, a role-puzzling adventure, sliding onto Nintendo Switch
That was
this
definitely
summer.
an incorrect subtitle.
Guide Elaine, a young prince on a journey to liberate 5 nations from the mighty Empire's dominion. Customize your troops, form your strategy, then unleash your army on the opposing Zenoiran forces. Your real-time strategy planning will turn the tide of war. During battle, you may get to recruit new allies or be faced with difficult decisions. Atlas and Vanillaware present Unicorn Overlord, launching on Nintendo Switch March 8th. A demo will be available today on Nintendo eShop. Originally released on the Nintendo 3DS system, the first Monster Hunter Stories game returns, now fully voiced
finally
and in
porting
HD.
3DS games up.
As a rider, you'll befriend and fight alongside monsters in turn-based combat to confront the Black Blight that plagues the world. Many familiar monsters from across the series are included. Plus, you can browse artwork and listen to music in the newly added museum. Take flight in Monster Hunter Stories, soaring onto the Nintendo Switch system this summer. On a peculiar day, Yen Sid's mischievous mirror lured Mickey Mouse into his workshop. Finding the magic paintbrush,
Oh,
a curious
they're remaking
Mickey
Epic
creates a
Mickey.
mess and becomes trapped in a magical wasteland inhabited by forgotten and rejected characters.
Rotten
The
Man.
platforming adventure Epic Mickey returns in a faithful remake of the beloved classic.
They're also redoing this or releasing this
Explore
on
this
the,
unusual
on
dimension,
PC.
using the magic brush to shape
And
the
I imagine
world with
other
paint
games
and
are
paint thinner on the path to
consoles
become
as
an
well.
epic hero. Disney Epic Mickey Rebrushed launches on Nintendo Switch this year. Next, please take a look at this.
Atlas. Untold Shin Megami Tensei 5 story. Embark on the Tale of Vengeance.
I'm
Hey!
afraid Tokyo experienced its own peculiar occurrence while you were away. I'll be counting on you to
They stole
gather
my
more
Vengeful
intel
Tale
on the matter.
title.
I suspected to be traveling back and forth between Tokyo and the Netherworld.
This place is definitely dangerous. And that's about all we know right now.
Look out!
Brand new chapter.
Who are you?
Now let's
I
kill
couldn't
this
read it
thing.
because of the subtitles.
And so we have found it. The key to the resurrection.
So what? This is where you prove you can fight? You think you can just fly in and be a hero?
If it wasn't for you, my brother would never have been dragged into this war.
You're not alone. If you want revenge,
That's
And
like
I'll help
taste
you
my
get it.
spear and the
allow
type
me to
subtitles are
remind you
chased.
how you were wronged by this world.
Enter or return to this ravaged wasteland and experience an untold story on your adventure. Let's take a look at some more headlines.
So one thing I learned recently is, oh, it's vengeance. Okay. One thing I learned recently was apparently the Persona games were originally Shin Megami Tensei. The Shin Megami Tensei games. I didn't know that. And apparently, I believe it's after 3 is when they split off, and then Shin Megami Tensei becomes becomes its own, like, separate franchise or something like that. Not sure. I do know that every Persona is, like, and probably every Shin Megami Tensei game, they're probably all independent from each other. I'm pretty sure. At least I know that's the case for Persona. I'm pretty sure it's the case for Shin Megami Tensei, considering how Persona used to be Shin Megami Tensei.
Get ready to unite and fight in these Nintendo Switch games. Fight in iconic battles from across the Star Wars galaxy in this collection of 2 classic games. Up to 64 players can strike back against familiar faces in massive online battles. This collection includes additional playable characters such as Kit Fisto and additional maps like Jabba's Palace. Plus, battle as your favorite heroes or villains in Hero Assault. Play as Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, and more on maps including Death Star and Naboo. Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection launches on the Nintendo Switch system March 14th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Come on, it's a snow day! Come on, Butters, let's go, Stan! Snow day, everyone!
Welcome to South Park. As the new kid,
All right, you're on now, new kid.
join Cartman, Stan, and the rest of the gang to save the town in this co-op action game. Choose from a wide range of iconic South Park items and cosmetics to customize your character however you'd like. Once you're set, it's time for battle. Take on an avalanche of enemy factions in solo play or online co-op with up to 3 friends. Grab your gang and head into the fray in South Park Snow Day,
mixed
launching on
things
Nintendo
about
Switch
this.
March 26th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
It's
Well, I don't
snow
know if
day,
this game's
dude!
out yet.
Sharpen your steel for the latest entry in the Sword Art Online series. When the virtual world goes haywire, the past and present collide. Alongside former adversaries and fallen allies, it's up to you to save the world. Experience a whole new single-player story or take the battle online with up to 20 players in co-op play. Sword Art Online Fractured Daydream launches on Nintendo Switch this year. Break, build, and battle your ultimate
Gundam
Gundam in
game.
Gundam Breaker 4. Choose from over 250 base kits. Combine and customize their parts to build your very own mobile suit model,
but
known
it's-
as Gunpla. Then put your creation to the test in a variety of combat missions. By defeating enemies and acquiring new parts, you can equip more abilities to craft the ultimate Gunpla. Plus, you can show off your builds and snap pics in the new diorama mode. Prepare for battle when Gundam Breaker 4
I'm actually
launches
surprised.
on
I
Nintendo
thought this
Switch
would be
this year.
like this looks like a Armored Core,
Let's get
but
down
I thought
to
it would be
monkey business.
I thought it would be like a fighting game.
The newest entry in the Super Monkey Ball series rolls onto Nintendo Switch.
I'm glad to see it's more like Armored Core.
Over 200 brand new stages await with optional motion controls. Using the new Spin Dash move, you can blast over obstacles and create shortcuts to victory. Have a ball with friends and family in 4-player local co-op. And up to 16 players can battle online as they tilt their way to be the top banana. Be the first to the finish line in race mode. Grab the falling bananas in Banana Hunt. Team up to take down robots in Robot Smash and more. Get ready to roll, tilt, dash, and party in one appealing adventure when Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble launches exclusively on the Nintendo Switch system June 25th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
I only played one Super Monkey Ball
Get ready
game,
for a
which was Super Monkey Ball 2,
time.
and I didn't
It's
really
liquidy.
care for it.
It's solidy. It's goo. Stretch it, shape it, and use it to build strategic structures. In this physics-based puzzler, you can build towers, bridges, and even whatever this is. Your goal is to guide as much goo as possible into a vast global pipe distribution network. But where do the pipes lead? Certainly nowhere sinister. Put your imagination to the test as you build, splash, explode, destroy, fly, and roll your goo to the goal. You'll encounter different types of goo balls with unique properties, including explosive goo, jelly goo, and more. Plus, exclusive to the Nintendo Switch version, you can build with up to 3 buds in local co-op play. World of Goo 2 launches as a console exclusive on Nintendo Switch May 23rd. Build a life transcending time. Craft your story 1,000 years in the making in a brand new fantasy life game. This once thriving island in the seas of Bavaria now stands deserted. Travel to the island's past to gather resources, then use them to restore the island in the present. You'll start out by assuming one of many different roles called lives. Why not become a miner to collect ore? How about a magician to take down monsters? Or even a carpenter to craft furniture? You can swap between these lives and many more as you rebuild the island. As you travel through time, you'll gradually uncover truths about your new island home. Additionally, up to 4 players can journey together online. Invite friends to the island and set off to discover the secrets that lie in store. This life is yours to live in. Fantasy Life I, the girl who steals time. Launching on Nintendo Switch October 10th. It's time to hunt for, trash?
The world these days is dark and mean. Even the water tastes unclean.
Another crab's treasure.
Need I remind you all how threatening the ocean is outside this reef?
Scour the depths of a polluted undersea world in this Souls-like adventure.
Recently had my
Souls-like.
shell taken away.
If you can go get that treasure they're jawing about, I'll gladly trade your shell for it.
Protect yourself with whatever you can find, from cans to cardboard, during your hunt to reclaim your prized shell.
It would appear the hunt is on, I say.
I've been working my butt off trying to get my old life back.
But you'll run into a few crabby predators along the way.
Perhaps we can work out a deal, little hermit.
That treasure's as good as mine.
Use over 60 ability-granting shells and harness powerful umami magic to take down enemies in frenetic deep-sea combat. What other threats lie in the ocean depths?
So is
As
this
they say,
actual
one crab's
Souls-like,
trash
or
is
this just-
another crab's treasure. Launching on Nintendo Switch April 25th.
I would need to play a demo of
These
that.
Nintendo Switch games will have you dashing, dropping, and drilling.
I wonder if that's actual Souls-like
Join
or if
Penny
it's
and
Souls-like
Yo-Yo in a
the
brand new
sense
3D
of-
platforming
I've actually
adventure
purchased
from the
this
team
already.
that brought you Sonic Mania. Dash,
I watched a bit of
swing,
gameplay of it and I'm
ride,
like, okay,
and
yeah, this looks
master
a
the
lot more
cosmic
fun
string in
than-
over 40 levels across 11
than
vibrant
the announcement
worlds,
trailer
all
made
while
it
outrunning
seem.
a massive penguin army and a colorful cast of bosses.
But as
Feast
for
on
that
power-ups
crab,
to activate
another
transformations.
crab's treasure.
Help out the
I would need to
denizens
play a
during your
demo from
acrobatic
it. I'm wondering if
escapades.
Souls-like
and
means
put your
it's
tricks to the test in a time attack mode.
difficult combat,
Hope
or
you're ready
if
to
it's
yo, because Penny's
like-
big breakaway
or
launches on
Souls-like
Nintendo
in
Switch
the-
today.
you just that. Oh, if you die, you have to go back to where you died.
Local
to pick up
two-player
your
battles are
stuff.
coming as paid DLC to the
your
fruit-matching
souls
phenomenon,
or
Suika Game.
Runes or whatever.
Choose from 3 modes: Original, Time Limit, and Attack. Aim for a higher score than your opponent in original mode. Make split-second decisions against the clock in time limit mode. And overwhelm your opponent with bunches of fruit in attack mode. Plus, online multiplayer will be added to the DLC in the future. Get battling when this paid DLC for Suika game drops onto the Nintendo Switch system today. A bundle of the game and DLC is also available today. Gear up for some thrilling drilling in the 2D action platformer Pepper Grinder. Burrow through terrain.
I've played knockoff Suika games.
Pulverize enemies in your way. And ride on gnarly vehicles to recover your missing fortune.
Hey, this is your
Pepper Grinder drills its way onto Nintendo Switch March 28th. A demo will be available today on Nintendo eShop.
Also,
Giddy up for a fusion of solitaire and horse racing in this remastered version of Pocket Card Jockey. Take cards to create a sequence of numbers and build up power during a race. Check the positions of other horses, spend power to move around the course, and grab special cards to gain the upper hoof. Win events to get new horses, then breed them to raise the next generation of ideal steeds. You can even race online against other players.
Oh gosh.
It's off to the races in Pocket Card
There's
Jockey.
definitely going to be a competitive
launching on
scene for
Nintendo
that.
Switch today.
Yeah, you're going to have like EV, or well, IVs for your horses. Okay, so what was the game before this? Like this game. Oh, this is Oblivion. It looks like. Maybe not. No, because that's a different. That health bar is different. Okay, so it looks like they're going in order here. Snuff Gem. Tales of Kinzera. Oh, you know, this isn't... I saw Tales of... They may not be able to use that title. Because I saw Tales of... And my immediate thought was Tales of Symphonia, Tales of Zestiria, Tales of Berseria, Tales of the Abyss, you know, the actual Tales of franchise. But obviously that's incorrect. Which is why I say they may not be able to go with this. Maybe they may run into some trouble with that name. They'll just have to change it to what was, Kinzera's Tale, or Kinzera's Story, or Story of Kinzera, or something like that, but, yeah. Oh, Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer Rhythm game? Oh, Kingdom Come Deliverance. Okay. That's what that was. Contra. Operation Galuga. The letter A. Pentiment. I've heard a lot of good stuff about Pentiment, but it's, I don't know, it's not a game that I feel like I have time to go through.
That almost wraps up this Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. But before we go, we have 2 more announcements to share. First, please take a look at this.
Going to Switch Online. Ooh, Rareware. Okay, so this is surprising. I'm just gonna pause this here. Rareware was purchased by Microsoft back during the 2000s, I believe, And that's why you have stuff like the Rare Replay available. That's why you had like the Rare Replay that came out on the Xbox One, but it wasn't available on any other system. Maybe it was also available on Windows PC, but I've only ever seen it physically. And I do have a physical Rare Replay. Which is funny, because now they're trying to go all digital, and it's like, yeah, I'm probably not going to buy an Xbox after the Series X. In that case. Anyway, let's see what game this is. Jet Force Gemini? No. Oh, it's a bunch of different games. I think. Snake Rattle and Roll. I thought that said Snaker Rattle, and well, I guess it does say Snake Rattle. But I didn't realize that. I thought Snake and Rattle were supposed to be like one word. RC Pro Am. Battletoads. Killer Instinct. Where's my Killer Instinct? Blast Core. At least I think that's what Killer Instinct.
These games are available today.
Why did they show Rareware? I'm looking for... Oh, because of Blast Core. Yeah, that's the only one that has Rareware.
You can play them with an active Nintendo Switch Online or Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack membership.
So you had to have the expansion pack to play Blast
Next is our
Core.
last announcement. Please take a look.
Very pretty. Endless Ocean Luminous.
A mysterious underwater world is yours to explore in an all-new Endless Ocean game. Welcome to the Veiled
Look
Sea,
at that shark.
a location known to very few people.
looks
This
so
unexplored region
goofy.
changes with each dive, offering new things to
Oh.
discover.
It's procedurally generated.
Up to 30
Okay.
players online
Maybe
can
just
plunge
randomly
into the
generated.
ocean's depths together.
Oh, that
Share your discoveries
sounds-
with other divers
sounds neat.
and exchange
That
a
also,
friendly greeting.
I'm gonna say this, that also sounds like a bad time on Nintendo. Because Nintendo is not the best when it comes to their online. They're starting to, like, like, Nintendo is like Smash Ultimate, for example, where with input delay, or I mean, even Smash Bros. 3DS and Wii U, or Mario Kart, 8 Deluxe, for example, where, like, oh, I shot a red shell at someone, and it hit them on my screen, but it didn't hit them on their screen, because they blocked it at the last second with, like, a banana that I didn't couldn't physically see that they had.
while freely exploring the vast ocean. There are over 500 different species of marine life to encounter. Some of them are creatures thought to be extinct, and others may be mythical.
Well, this may be music.
What will you find on your
Oh, there's
undersea
mythical.
journey? Endless Ocean Luminous launches on the Nintendo Switch system May 2nd. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
That looks like a fun...
We hope you're looking...
Okay, so that looks like a game that would be fun to just kind of play solo and just... Like, if there's no combat, or if you don't have to worry about, like, getting attacked by, like, sharks or anything like that, it looks like a game that would be fun to just play in for, like, a chill... For, like, you know, a chill day to just, you know, swim around in the video game and explore the sea, see what all you can find, and... You know, like that seems like a game that... That's a game that interests me as like a hey, you could play this at the end of the day just to kind of chill out, or just to kind of, you know, chill.
Looking forward
I might pick that one up.
to exploring the vast ocean on Nintendo Switch.
But there's also there's also definitely a bunch of other games that I need to pick up as well, or get as well, like Princess Peach Showtime. I'm sure there's going to be something to do with the Pokemon Direct. I still need to go back and finish, at the very least, the base game of Violet and Teal Mask. I'll probably try Blueberry Academy, but I hear Blueberry Academy, to beat it, you basically have to have a full competitive team. And that's a little less interesting to me than the ability to just... Like, that's less interesting to me than the ability to you know, go through the story or to go through a story and be able to beat it with, you know, with my story team. Obviously, the idea is, you know, probably more to lean people more gradually into competitive Pokemon, but, like, I don't know. I just, like, EV training is a pain, along with getting IVs and breeding for IVs, and yes, you do still have to breed for some IVs. You can use bottle caps to rate, like, if you're trying to raise something, like, if you're trying to raise, like, I don't know, a Starmie, obviously you can use a bottle cap to just give yourself max speed, max special attack, and that'll probably be good enough. But you're also going to want as much health as possible, as much defense and special defense as possible. You're going to want a timid nature so that your physical attack is lower, and you're even going to want 0 attack IVs because, like, to make it perfect, you're going to want 0 attack IVs because of moves like very specifically the move Foul Play, which uses your own physical attack against you. And that's the case for any, like, special sweeper. or any, like, special attacking Pokemon where it's like, oh, I'm a special attacker, so I want, you know, especially if it's a Pokemon where they don't outright resist Foul Play. They want zero, or they're weak to Foul Play. They want 0 physical attack, so IVs, so that if they, on the off chance they do get hit by Foul Play from something, it deals as little damage as possible.
That's all for today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. Thank you for watching.
I especially had to figure out that because I still like I'm old school in that I like physical media when it comes to games whenever feasible. Obviously, like I can't purchase a physical obviously a physical media for the game is unavailable, then it's just unavailable. And obviously, I can't contact Steam and be like, hey, can I purchase Elden Ring, for example, physically? Or, I don't know, fucking Elder Scrolls Skyrim Special Edition physically, and have it be available on PC and also available through Steam. Granted, obviously there are physical copies of those games, and in fact, Elden Ring is supposed to be releasing a special physical edition of their, like, when it comes to, with the DLC, that will also, like, physically, Elden Ring did not release on PC, as far as I'm aware. They did have PlayStation and they did have console physical versions, but I'm pretty sure it released only digitally on, PC. But yeah, basically the retailer that I used to use Best Buy to get basically the vast majority of my games, but obviously Best Buy has decided to no longer support physical gaming media, which is dumb. Now, so they have now they've lost my business, and I had to figure out where I can go to purchase physical. And now I have to figure out another place where I can purchase physical games physically, or physical games. That's something I'll have to look into sooner rather than later, too. And then recap. I'm interested in the Gundam game, but I think I'd probably get that on PC. I'm interested in the Crab, in another Crab's Treasure. And I'm interested in this, Endless Ocean. Those are the three main games that I'm interested in. Alright, well, I'm gonna end this recording here for YouTube. I'm sure this is gonna get copyright claimed. I'm certain there's something in there that I missed because I didn't mute my capture card at all, because I'm like, I don't recognize any of the, I don't think any of this is, nothing that played, no music that played directly registered to me as, oh, this is copyrighted. Or probably copyrighted, so I'm sure it's gonna get copyright claimed, but I'll still put it on YouTube anyway. Alright, I'm gonna end the YouTube recording now, so I will see you all in the next one, YouTube, which will be very soon, actually. Later.